Hello from Father Brown Town. Actually, I'm in the pretty village of Blockley. I'm standing here by the War Memorial, and I'm excited to check out this village, see the church where they filmed Father Brown, and check out the cafe in the village because I've heard it's yummy. And who knows, they might even have Mrs. McCarthy's award-winning strawberry scones there. Even if they don't, I bet they have some good scones. So let's go check it out. Long ago, Blockley had a monastery which was founded in the 9th century. It was also home to a palace for the bishops of Worcester. The county assignment has changed a few times over the centuries, and Blockley is currently in Gloucestershire. It is a small village of about 2,000 residents, which is located not far from Moreton Marsh and Chipping Campden. It is fairly unspoilt and uncrowded when they aren't filming Father Brown, and I was impressed with the lovely Cotswold stone buildings I saw there. There are some beautiful homes here in Blockley. This is Lady Northwick Flats. Interesting name for a home. Here's a cute little house for sale here in Blockley, not far from the church. It's for sale for conversion, but here's the best part of it. The name. Oddity House. And this is the old bakery. These homes are near the bell tower of the church and can hear the bells. Seriously, the names of the homes here in Blockley are fantastic. The bathhouse. And here's where you bowl in the village, on this bowling green. And this is the coach house. You can just imagine it being the place that the carriages were kept. Church bell just rang. It's a garage with a dovecote on the side. Near the cafe, with the church behind it. Now it's time to go have a spot of lunch in the cafe. And after that, we'll go next door to check out the shop and then visit the church. To start our lunch, they brought us a jug of water, but it had shreds of fresh cucumber in it. How fancy is that? While waiting for our food to be ready, I had a nosy around the cafe to see what's there, including this Kembleford sign, which is a nod to Father Brown, and these scrummy cakes and other baked goods. It all looks so delicious. What would you choose? If you've never heard of cruffins, they are a cross between a croissant and a muffin. Now for a look at what we ate for lunch. This is the Neal's Yard cheese board, starring Applebee's Cheshire, Stitchelton, and Even Load cheeses, and complemented by frozen grapes, apple and cider chutney, candied nuts, and cubes of pear jelly with assorted gourmet biscuits. Over here, we have a warm fruit scone, which I was super excited about, and some strawberry jam, and Rhoda's clotted cream. Oh, and some Netherend Farm butter from nearby in Gloucestershire, because we like to be extra and have all 3 toppings in our cream tea. I love that the eggs the cafe uses are from a local free-range chicken farm in Stowe. Of course, I couldn't eat my delicious scone before snapping a photo of it in front of the church. It just seemed like the ultimate Blockley shot. If you don't want to dine in the cafe, but you do want to bring home a tasty souvenir of Blockley to share with your friends, then perhaps you should pop into the Blockley Village shop and buy a package of these biscuits. My friend Hillary back in Texas would like these stem ginger cookies. Before we visit the churchyard, let me show you the vicarage. This is the presbytery where Father Brown lives in the show. Even though Father Brown is a priest in a fictional Roman Catholic church called St. Mary's in a parish called Kembleford, It is filmed in this Anglican church in Blockley called St. Peter and St. Paul. It is a Grade II listed building which dates back to Norman times. Since it was built in about 1180, it was of course originally a Catholic church before the Reformation. The churchyard is pretty and peaceful, and I can just picture Father Brown popping around the corner at any moment. In fact, I got Ian to pose for a photo in the same place where Father Brown stood in this Season 1 episode. Inside the church, there's a tall, Gothic archway. And beyond it is something I found interesting, a flat ceiling. That is not what I'm used to seeing in churches of this era. I loved the quatrefoil pattern in this old font and the simple but elegant font cover. The church was really enjoyable to visit. They have some entertaining and endearing Father Brown memorabilia at the back of the nave, which was fun to look through. But I was very mindful of a few things. The people in the village have to put up with a lot of Father Brown fanatic tourists, so it would be great to show appreciation by helping to preserve, not destroy, their village church. We should respect the sanctity and age of this building. It's always nice to leave a donation when visiting ancient churches, whether you drop some money in an old coin box or you swipe your card at the newfangled donation device. And we need to remember, this is a real church, not a Hollywood set. There are dozens of impressive memorials and monuments here. In fact, I thought they were the most interesting and beautiful part of the church. This last monument has something we've seen in many memorials and tombstones: cherubs and skeletons. Kind of creepy to me, but clearly an important thing to them centuries ago. And now for a couple more Father Brown filming comparisons for you. Here are some niches in the nave where artifacts or sculptures used to be, and in Season 1, Episode 10, Father Brown stood there looking at the blue cross religious relic. And in this photo, Father Brown is at the high altar, and here is the bishop with him in the same place. And here is Ian there as well. I also really admired the stained glass windows in the church. Most were traditional saints and Bible stories, but some were more contemporary. Let the fields rejoice and all therein. Again, continuing the theme of sheep in these Cotswold churches. And we have some woodland animals in this one. Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad. If you've seen my previous church videos, you'll not be surprised to hear that I discovered another favorite place outside around the back of the church.
Every time Dara sees another devil's door, she says that that door is the best devil's door that she's seen.
I think this one is my favorite because it's so cute, and the top of it is here, which is like at my shoulder height. Here are the pretty cottages in front of the church that are always shown in the show, and in the cast photos that BBC uses to promote the series. This bit makes you feel like you're just walking back in time 100 years or two until you see the little wheelie bins and the cars down here. As I was filming these lovely wee lanes and the honey-colored Cotswold buildings which lined them, a friendly chap from Blockley started talking to me. He shared a perspective that I've heard from other people who have watched the Cotswolds change over the last few decades, and it definitely adds a new dimension to our understanding of this beautiful area. He also had a wonderful sense of humor, as he introduced himself to me by declaring he was the village idiot.
You get one in every village.
Well, how lucky of me to run into the village idiot, though.
It is, yes.
Okay, so you have lived in Blockley all your life.
Yes.
And how do you feel about the fact that now all of these mad Father Brown fans make pilgrimages to the sleepy little village all the time?
It doesn't make any difference to me.
You welcome them?
Yes, yes. It's nice that they come and appreciate our village, isn't it?
So you were just telling me that across the street here, this used to be a grocery store.
Grocery store.
That used to be a pub.
Pub.
And what was this? Oh, a newsagent's, I see.
Next one was a bank, Midland Bank.
Oh my goodness.
The next one down there was a little cottage. The next one was a chemist.
Ah, yeah, and because now there's no chemist in the village anymore.
That was a grocery store there.
So you had two grocery stores.
Yeah. The next one was a ironmonger's.
Ironmongers.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are all these things gone now?
Time moves on, doesn't it? Supermarkets, everything else.
Yeah.
You know, things have changed, haven't they?
So, but there's no supermarket in town. Where do people go? To Morton?
Morton or Stowe.
Stowe.
Yeah.
Stowe has a lot of businesses in it.
Yeah. All the shops are all along there. Another bank along there.
Wow.
Butchers. There's 2 butchers in the village, 2 banks.
But now they're all
Gone.
now they're all gone.
Yeah.
And now they're houses. Very expensive cottages.
Yeah.
So how busy is this church?
Weddings and things like that. Yeah.
But on a typical Sunday, do very many people go to church there?
25, 30 perhaps.
Okay. So is there a vicar here in town?
Lives just there.
Does she have a lot of parishes she attends to?
Yes.
That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
They have several they have to look after.
Right, yeah.
In the 1800s, Blockley had stone quarries, silk mills, and corn mills in the area. Since then, much has changed. It is now a quiet, picturesque village in an absolutely idyllic location in the Cotswolds countryside. When editing this video, I discovered that there is a holiday cottage near the church in Blockley called, wait for it, Otter's Abode. These photos from their Instagram page look amazing. Wouldn't that be a fun place to stay? On the outskirts of Blockley in this peaceful location is a place called Mill Dean. It is a garden interwoven with a Cotswold watermill, stream, and mill pond. We didn't have time to stop and pay a visit, but it looks lovely and has the funniest sign. Once again, I found the residents of Blockley, this small village, to be incredibly warm and welcoming to me and all the other crazy Father Brown fans who come and invade their village. Thanks so much for watching, and do something good in the world today.